Greetings. Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
I want to see the Alliance map. Tell me about Grantebridgescire.
A force of Danes, called the Summer Army by the Saxons, is camped north of Grantebridge at some ruins across the river. We should curry favor with their leaders, Eivor and Soma, if we hope to win their trust and allegiance. My scouts did not meet them in person, so I can say little for the state of their army. Consider this a starting point.
I will leave right away.
Good. And may the blessings of Freya follow.
Rest assured, Eivor, the settlement is in safe hands.
I should go. Randvi mentioned this place. The last known location of the Summer Army. Hail! What has happened here?
Who is asking?
Eivor, of the Raven clan.
I have heard the name. You helped the sons of Ragnar overthrow the Mercian king. Well met.
Did you and your men fail to take the village?
No. No, we had it for a time. It was nothing but a cluster of wattle and daub huts when we came. We made it lively. Grantebridge was a thriving hub of trade and song under the care of Soma Ayalskona. But the Saxons took it back. They appeared within the city as if rising from the shadows and drove us out.
What about the city walls and your guards?
The walls were unbreached, the guards unaware.
It was like they burst out of the center of the city itself, setting aflame everything in their path, shouting some nonsense about an ancient order of warriors.
By the time I saw the fires, too many of us were killed or captured. Our Yarskoma Soma, she bellowed a retreat and we took refuge in the ruins. But in the chaos we were separated. She and the bulk of our forces fled northeast into the swamps. I'd follow if we were fit to. We need her iron fist.
I can find Soma. Be ready when we return.
She'll be deep in the fog of the Fenlands by now. Find her longship. That's your best bet.
This area is off limits.
And drove those Danes from Grantebridge like cattle.
Soma cannot be far. I should have a look around.
They'll live just long enough to serve as an example to the others. Lord Wigmund's wrath is as grand as it is swift.
God will punish them eventually.
Pragmatic, murdering whoresomes.
When they hit the good sisters just up at Kernered's farm.
Almost could believe in old Caesar's ideas to lob flaming oil pots onto their ships. Hard to do when they stay just out of range and fill you with arrows. You in the bush, rat!
You're dead! Oh! Hey! God won't let us lose!
Cut us loose. Hurry.
You are a good friend to me. Thank you.
Flank the idiot! Press hard! Sure Jarl's corner nearby.
Not here. Soma dragged the Saxons east from her longship to tire them out and lose them in the fog.
You're still in fighting. Take him to the shelter for warmth. Slap some moss in that gash, and wrap it well. Eggle, look at me. Remember the boars you felled, our first day in England? Hold his arms. 9. Large. And fat. Fed us for a week.
Yeah.
You'll be chasing more in a month, my friend. You come like a Valkyrie out of the fog. We have no dead to give you.
You must be Soma.
Let's talk elsewhere. Give them a chance to rest.
Quite a hit you took. How many were lost?
It's kind of you to ask, but with so much blood in the water and death on the air, I'd know your name and purpose first.
Eivor of the Raven clan. I came for you, looking for a friend and ally.
I see. I'm Soma, Lord of Grantebridge. Though it seems an order of lunatics wishes to strip me of that title.
The Order of the Ancients?
Sounds right. The Saxon called Wigmund is one of them. He robbed me of my city, forced us into these swamps. I've rallied some of my soldiers, but my 3 advisors are missing. If we hope to retake Grantebridge, I'll need them at my side.
Tell me about them.
They are my best, my inner circle. Birna, Galinn, Lif. We may as well be of the same blood.
If I can reunite them and we retake your city, can I call you a friend and ally?
If you can do all that, you can call me whatever you want.
Where's this Wigmund? What does he want?
He's a flailing elderman under the old king. A bitter man digging his fingernails into Grantebridge, just to say he can. He's made many attempts to unseat me before. This time he managed a trick.
What happened to Grantebridge?
The elder man Wigmund seized it from us. I'm not sure how he managed, but he will not keep it. Not for long. He has supporters outside the city, but this attack seemed to come from inside the walls. From the heart of Grantebridge.
Where's this
He's made
Let's find your advisors.
Agreed. We'll look for signs of their longboats along the river. And if we are swift, we will find them before the wolves do. The fog is more hindrance than hiding place now. Let's light the way back.
Teitir of our, var þeim vettu kiss.
Burn long and hut, bright wolf of the branch, and guide Soma's gilded warriors home.
I know what you must think.
What must I think?
That it's foolish to search the Fenlands for so few people.
You told me the soldiers you lost were your best. Vital to retaking the city. Do you think it's foolish?
Not at all.
Then why would I?
You have the look of one who does well with solitude. You're alone, a wanderer. It may be you think of soldiers as war fodder, and little else. But these warriors are more than a blade and shield. They are my family. Nothing short. I've lost a city this week. I will not lose them too.
I understand. And if your people yet live, we'll find them.
A group of Danes held captive.
Thank you. Thank you, friend.
If you would be so kind. I've had quite the day.
Look through the fog, Leaf. Follow the beacon. Our camp is at its base. We'll return when we found the others.
We'll head straight to the camp and see that everyone's shipshape when you return.
Leif is a prim and proper man, isn't he?
He lives by a strict code of honor, more than most. And builds the best longships I've ever sailed. They're the reason we escaped Grantebridge alive. He's not the strongest man, but he's wise and canny, and hard to pin down. Like a fish wriggling free of a net. I think. All scraped and bashed, it's hard to tell.
Saxons surrounding that old hut. There may be Danes trapped inside.
That's right! This way! Let me continue.
That's right! Tire yourself out! Weak little kittens. Can't even open one barricaded door!
You'll rot in hell when we're done with you.
You'll suck my toes when I'm standing on your head!
That's Birna, for sure. If my head was in a bucket of water, I'd still know.
You're one too, brother.
Focus, we have this. Now! Give up, you shit!
Soma! I knew I heard someone sweeping the hearth outside. We handle it just fine. Thinking of starting a new town, in fact. This house being our first.
Birna, I pitched a camp nearby, under a burning beacon. We'll meet you there when I've found the others. Stay close, like I was telling you.
And you as well, Sunbeam. We'll head to the camp now. I'll have everyone singing songs and dancing jigs by the time you get back.
Birna is like a grapevine, curly and hard to predict, while Lif is like a woodbeam, sturdy, straightforward.
Birna has a genius for tactics, sees well ahead of things. Lif deals with what's just there before him, practical in all ways. Both have helped me find my footing in desperate times. It's important to keep those who disagree with you close, as family.
Wolves. They've surrounded someone. Must be careful.
Laughing behind his shackles, wretched carrion beasts. I don't deserve this. Leave me! Run!
Galinn, you look terrible.
What happened here?
Saxons chased me into the fog, ran me smack into a nest of bandits. But Freya was on my side, and I saw them before they saw me.
Are you the only one of your crew left standing?
I am, and hardly standing myself. But with the blessings of Odin and Freya, they'll be feasting well with the gods.
We have a camp nearby, Galinn. I'll take you there myself. Eivor, join us when you're ready. The beacon has drawn the last of my soldiers. By tomorrow our strength will have returned, and we can retake our city. I have not yet spoken to Lif, Birna and Galinn about this. After my missteps, I worry what they must think of me.
That won't be on their minds. They'll be dreaming of all the ways they want to kill the Saxons who took their homes.
By Thor's hammer, I am glad we're together. In spite of our setback. Galinn, you look well worn. Do not grieve the men you lost. They will be singing your praises in the Corpse Hall, waiting for us.
Thank you, Jarl's Kona.
Lif, you'd outlast any tempest.
It's good to be back, Soma. All as one. And know this, that I will follow you through the eye of the storm if you called.
Birna.
I'm delighted you're alive.
I'm delighted to be living. I lost so many after all this, but I still have you three. That makes me the most blessed warrior in Midgard. And Eivor, you have more than proven your worth. Help us reclaim our city, and you will have an ally in me.
My blade is yours. For Grantebridge.
We'll rest for the night, gather our strength and our wits, and at the break of dawn's light, we retake Grantebridge! Pass the night in our camp, Eivor. Take anything you need.
Looks like more of Soma's forces followed the beacon back to camp.
Galinn, is that right?
That's right. You are Eivor, the infinite fighter, or forever warrior. It's a glorious name.
Many thanks. You were in a tight spot when we found you.
Indeed. The Saxons pursued me, ran me bloody through the swamps and into the lap of bandits. And the wolves came. We all have our one day. The day we die. How you greet that day is all that matters. I'm proud to say that I was ready.
Well, it's good to see you breathing still. Lif, Soma says you're the man who built her longships.
That's right. Each has a sharp keel, a stout mast, and a poem etched into the hull to sing the praises of the dringer who commands her. A longship is heavy with fate. Just a few lengths of wood between you and a watery grave. What better place to put a line of poetry, hmm?
Agreed. It's good to fight beside you, Lif.
Likewise, Eivor. Thanks again for plucking me and my warriors from the mire.
You're Birna.
And you are Eivor's sunbeam. You cut through the fog like the sun burns through ice.
You're in high spirits, all things considered. The ambush, losing your home.
In this moment, yes. But you feel that? The moment has passed. We are free to pursue the next. What a gift!
It's good to have you in this fight, Birna.
I like you, Eivor. You may help me here or step on me, and by the look of you, I'd welcome either.
The day is new and the air is bracing. Are you ready for the fight ahead?
Let's take your city back.
That's what I like to hear. Meet me at the western gate of Grantebridge. We've assembled there.
Have care you do not enjoy taking orders from anyone but your Jarl back home. I fight for Sigurd, none else.
While you're on this ship, Dag, you fight for me, and for Soma's loyalty. We fight for her. Let's go.
2 teams, hidden. 1 on each side of the door. Move when you get the signal and not a moment before.
Wigmund must know we're here.
As he should. I will reason with him. He will reject my offer of peace, and our conversation will have a surprise end. Wigmund! Honor thief! I know you're up there. Return Grantebridge to me, Wigmund. No more of our people need die. We may talk this out, lord to lord.
What have we to talk about? You have nothing I need. Worth by birth, heathen. I was born a noble. You were plucked from a giant's armpit.
I built this town. From a mud hut to a thriving port. And we both know you'll bleed those riches dry without my guiding hand.
Leave! Go die in the muck where you belong, heathens!
Wigmund, Wigmund, let's try one final time. Quit Grantebridge. And when she is mine once more, I may spare your life.
Ha! I command Grantebridge. I am master here. And I will scour you rats from this land like rot from a festering wound.
Let me give you some advice, old bear. The surest way to stop a wound from festering isn't with a blade. It's with fire.
Hooray!
Now! Danes of Grantebridgescire! Retake what is yours!
We keep our wits about us.
What has Wigmund done to her?
No time for that. We must free her first. I'm at your side, sir.
Raise your blade to me!
Die now!
We've reached a wall. Regroup at the Longhouse. We'll surely find him there. And breathing.
No prisoners, no mercy.
Spread out. We have... You wanna...
I'll kill you!
These dogs will destroy the city's food supply! Protect the field with me, Eivor!
The waters have calmed here. Go on. I weather the loss of these wealth.
Wigmund! You cannot hide from me forever! Come face your death!
Heathen eels! Wigmund is gone! He's gone!
The Lord will see us prevail!
Any man who fights for Wigmund dies!
Watching each other's backs! No place where you're going!
Body feed my fields. Eivor, to me.
No sign of Wigmund here. He may be hiding within the city walls. Shall we search?
No. He'll be gone. Count on it. Arger coward. But we've struck a bold claim today. Walk with me. I want you to sound our battle horn to announce our victory. Let all the Shire know that Grantebridge is retaken. The sound of the horn means prosperity, long life, bounty.
Why me?
Why not? You were the keystone to this attack. You turned the tide. Let the wind from your lungs breathe life back into my city. Look at you all! Warriors! Handsome! Beautiful! Blood-soaked! Grantebridge is ours once again! Tomorrow, you will stamp out the last of Wigmund's fading fires. But tonight, we feast as gods! Hey! My clan throws the best feasts, I think you'll find. You enjoy yourself?
I did. But were you celebrating or mourning? You looked unsure.
The night of the attack, I heard sounds of bloodshed coming from the Longhouse. In moments, the city was overrun with Saxons, so I called a retreat. We all have our one day, but not like that. Not that day.
I've heard this before. That the Saxons appeared as if from the shadows.
In all my time in Grantebridge, this tunnel was my most careful project. The best kept secret in the city.
Now 100 or more Saxons know the smell of it.
The only people who knew about this tunnel were me, and the 3 in my inner circle.
You believe you were betrayed?
I know I was.
By whom?
That is where I hesitate. Between Lif, Galinn, and Birna, I cannot say. But they are the 3 who helped me dig this in secret. I hoped you might lend me your wits. You are a fresh ally. I could use your eyes and ears.
I promised you I'd help secure your city. That task isn't yet done, it seems.
Good. I sent Galinn, Lif, and Birna to destroy what remains of Wigmund's power throughout the Shire. Meet with them. Raid with them. Get to know them as best as you can. Find out which of them betrayed me.
A betrayal so wicked, I cannot imagine. Yet someone willing to break an oath like that must bear some sign or defect.
I need clear, sound judgment. I need you, Eivor.
You have me.
Thank you. Feel free to take a look around as you wish. Search the city, the tunnel, and here, a gift, for retaking Grantebridge with us. One of the few things I have left from my blood family.
Soma, to understand your people well, I should better know you. How did you rise to the rank of Jarlskona?
My King Guthrum led the summer army through this land. When he marched into Wessex, I volunteered to defend the city, to encourage trade so that our forces would be rich and strong if called upon. Guthrum agreed. So I grew the city up from very little, and I fell in love with her. It was a dagger to the heart to lose it, and a balm to have it back.
If I can find your traitor, what will you do with them?
They will die by my hand. No pain, no public humiliation. A traitor or no, the bastard is also one of my closest people. My friend. My family. Only I will bear the burden of causing their death. It will not muddy the minds of any other. That is enough.
Why do you love Grantebridge so deeply?
I was orphaned young, but old enough to remember it. I feel I've been reaching for a family all my life. Grantebridge is more than some silver boon. She's a place for me to build that family. For anyone who needs one. Wanderers, smugglers, and craftsmen alike.
That's all.
Good luck, Eivor. Thank you for doing this.
Did you see anything the night of the attack?
Only Lif, fighting bravely. Did you know Lif carves a poem in each of his longships? He's a craftsman and a wordsmith.
Where are these longships now?
Lost in the fog of the Fenlands, sadly. If I could reclaim them, I would. To return his works of art, he'd be so grateful.
To be sure. Good luck to you.
Soma was smart to build this tunnel.
Trail of yellow paint drops. This tunnel leads to the longhouse. The trader marked it with a yellow cross, then opened the way and let them in. The trader must have exited here with a few more, heading away towards the riverbank.
Shoot! Shoot! Stay
Blasted, cursed, horrible rats!
Tough lands, old man?
Those rats. I tried everything. I poured lye, I harvested locusts, I hired children to kill them. I need an army of miracles.
They are pesky, and have ravaged your good crop. Nah, the gods can't get at rats.
Ha! You heathens and your gods! All I want is to rid my field of rats. Feed the fair folk of the Shire.
You need natural warriors to keep them at bay.
Rats, be gone!
Shoot! Shoot! Stop!
I feel your army of cats have a destiny unrealized. You are a Freya of the Fens.
What? Who the hell is Freya? Is she the whore that tried to eat my cat queen last week?
She is a goddess, much like you, with pious and mighty cats that help her fight. Show your claws, good lady.
Oh yes, mighty. That is what they are. And me, their goddess. If you want, use this key and see for yourself. Ooh, my pretty babies.
There you are. Head to the fields. Tat-tat. Fight your battle.
I guess I am like this Freya you spoke of. I should release them and use them as warriors.
Cats are sacred beings. They help keep harmony. Your rat problem has been taken care of. Pray to Freya.
I never thought the meow of cats could soothe my soul. Take this key. In my house I have some goods. Please, help yourself.
Someone hauled this bucket of yellow paint all the way down to the riverbank. They quickly painted a longship beached here. Then they sailed off, with allies to help crew the vessel. Did anything strange happen before the attack on Grantebridge?
I saw 2 Saxons riding past the city while I was on guard. One to the Evior Monastery and one toward Utbeck camp. I think they were messengers. I didn't think anything of it since they weren't coming here.
Hale, did you see anything strange on the night before the attack?
I saw someone run from the outskirts of Grantebridge to the shore, just before the fighting started. Too dark to see who.
You, Dane! Come closer.
What do you want?
You look to be a good fighter, but do you dare to face the greatest battle you will ever know?
Of what do you speak?
I speak of a terrible and monstrous, incorporeal power whose name is feared across these lands. Fergal the Faceless, the most fearsome fighter in all of Grantebridgescire.
Oh. A fighter? Is that all?
Fergal the Faceless has silenced doubters before. Will you challenge him?
I will face the Faceless.
My God. You are braver than most. Or perhaps more foolish. Come, I will give you a key. This key unlocks Fergal's lair, which you see now before you.
That is a house.
No, no! It is a den of nightmares! A pit of death from which few have ever escaped unharmed.
By words. Unharmed by words.
Go. Go now. And God be with you.
A new victim? What fool dares to challenge the might of Fergal the Faceless?
Eivor of the Raven clan.
Eivor of the Raven clan? My next meal. Are you prepared to be eviscerated with words?
I think I will survive.
I am Fergal the Faceless, and I am clever and strong. But you're not. You're ugly and weak, and you're a big smelly coward. You're probably too scared to even face me, now that I think about it.
Sorry, have you started?
Yes, obviously. I said you're probably too scared to face me.
It's the weakest attempt I have yet heard to disgrace me.
Ah, you think you can win with rhyme, do you? Well, if you like to rhyme, listen this time. I'm very brave. My flighting is grave. I'm not a knave, and it's victory that I really crave. Your tongue is fat. You're a sprat. You whine like a little brat. And we are in a spat.
All my life I've not heard of a flighting so flat.
Oh, you've made a terrible mistake. Be ready for my finishing blow. I am the best at flighting. I have got powerful skills. I'm strong as an ox and clever as a fox. I'm sharp as a dozen hawks. Let me show you my skills, and then you I shall kill dead with my skill.
If we are arguing as to your talent, I shall happily die on this hill.
You... well... just one moment. I need to think. Give me time.
Fergal the Faceless or Fergal the Wordless?
No! You get ready! The killing blow is... it's coming! It's...
Fergal? Hello? Did you see anything strange on the night of the attack?
Come to think of it, I noticed one of the longships wasn't where it usually is. It was beached further north, on the riverbank.
Where was this?
Northeast of here, along the shore. It's been a few days, though. May not be there now.
Soma has only ever pleased the gods. Deserting her now, breaking your oath, that is what will bring us ill luck. Eivor, I am honored you have joined us.
What's your plan here?
All the Shire support Soma's ruling the city. These hamlets do not. They're feeding and outfitting Wigmund's army. So we will burn their homes, quick and devastating, like the thunderclaps of Thor.
How did you come to be in Soma's clan?
A vision from Evolver set me on this path. It pricked my mind like a splinter, then faded. But I wanted more. For months, years, I ate only henbane, mushrooms, sacred plants, hoping to see something new. But my body dwindled. I lived addled, maddened, a wanderer, taken in by Saxons and spat out again and again, until Soma found me, naked and alone in the fens. She clothed and cared for me. Humbled as I was, I owe her my life.
Visions can be strange and powerful. What did you see?
I was climbing a mountain. A lion and a snake upon my back, weighing me down. I struggled. Then Soma appeared, and she eased my burden. When we reached the peak, there was hardly enough room to stand. On a point like the tip of a blade, we teetered there, gripping one another, tightly. I know I can seem distant, obsessed, but the gods are with us always. I see it as my duty to shelter Soma from their ire.
What do you think of the others? Lif and Birna?
Lif. He's a talented sailor, if a little enthusiastic. And Birna, well, Birna thinks of life as a grand joke. She was a smuggler when Soma pulled her from the muck, making a living on lies. Birna is part of my clan, and I will fight beside her, irreverent as she is. But she has no care for her destiny.
I'm eager to start throwing torches.
Now let's rid these hamlets of Wigmund's rats. Light your torches and set your arrow tips ablaze, Eivor. The red enemy of the badge will make quick work.
If they see me, this will get messy.
We are a curse visited upon them all. Leave no house unburned. This is what they get for helping Grantebridge from Soma.
For licking Alderman Wigmund's boots.
Let's bleed!
No!
Try to flank!
You on a pike! That's enough! Curse you!
Sins.
Get round the side.
Your life for that!
Inside the idiot!
Smell of burning roof thatch and a heady turf fire.
Follow my lead.
Now that was something. Wigmund is sure to take notice.
You stamped and roared like a fiery Surtur himself, marching through the flames of Muspelheim. I'll see you back home, Drengar.
The hair gets longer, the nails grow, even when the corpse is cold. I've seen it myself.
That's not true.
You think what? There's a bit of life left in someone long dead? No, it's the fumes in the body. Odors grow after a killing, so they have to escape by any means they can. Eivor, my muscle-banded friend! There's a nest of Wigmund's men just here. We're going to pick it clean.
Every last one.
The fewer lice in the bush, the less itchy the pussycat. That's how I see it.
How did you come to join Soma's army?
I'd been in England for ages before Guthrum, Ivar, Ubba, smuggling under the eyes of Saxons and Danes alike. I lied, stole, had my nose broken. Life wasn't easy, but it taught me how to bear the pain. I just laughed it away. When Soma took me in, she saw more than a smuggler in me. I was useful to something greater than myself. Useful to her vision.
In a world where few saw you as worthy of trust, she's one who did.
Right. And I love that about her. I love everything about her.
You seem to bring life and spirit to this clan. Does Soma feel the same?
If I knew what was going on in another person's head, I'd find life dreadful and dull. But Soma seems to enjoy my company.
In what way?
Her own way. Just not in the way I'd like. Painful truths are easy to bear when you can laugh, you see. Delight in the face of suffering is an act of rebellion.
What do you think of Soma's other warriors? Galinn and Lif?
Oh, Lif's got that raw animal pull. Every time I see him, I want him to climb me like a tree and nest in my armpits. He brays about being honorable, but I've never met a man of honor who starts a fire just to be praised for putting it out. And Galinn, he broods like it's an art form. He's got this self-importance that is just so charming.
We could talk all day, but these Saxons may fly from their nest.
You and I should take a closer look. My men will hang back and come running if things go sideways. Fighting beside you should bring a thrill. Happy I can see it up close.
Don't get too close. I might black your eye or bruise your head.
Closer, please.
We have this.
Give up, you shit! There! Pick the coward up!
To hell with you! Can't hold out much longer.
Christ is surely with us.
What a light! Getting tired?
Come get your porridge, boys!
Come, brothers. Let's end this.
Blocked from the other side.
My sanctum! Hey! God grab!
My thanks!
That's all of them.
Ah, love after slaughter. Never got the smell of men shitting themselves.
You fought very well, Birna.
Is that how you flirt, Eivor?
Is that how I what?
Easy now, Drengir. I'll see you back in Grantebridge.
Paradise where you're going!
This priest blows as much air as a hailstorm. He cannot be allowed to keep spewing.
Did you sail through a storm? You never mentioned.
Eivor! A fine day for being out, no?
Soma said I would find you here, Lif. What's your plan?
We're ridding the world of a priest who spouts praise for the elderman and funnels tithes into Wigmund's coffers. So the plan is this. We sneak in, gut the priest, and return to Soma. That will get Wigmund steaming.
How did you come to join Soma's army?
We came to England together, sailing under Guthrum. The great summer army, the Saxons called us. When Guthrum left for Wessex, Soma stepped forward to lead. Something I would have liked to do myself.
What would you do if you were the Jarl of Grantebridge?
I would run the city my own way. I would not give Birna and Galinn's opinions equal weight.
Do you not trust them?
I wouldn't say that. It's more. Birna's boots are stuck in the mud, and Gallinn's are in the sky. If death were bearing down upon us, I worry neither would have what it takes to carry us through.
You were there when Guthrum made Soma the steward of Grantebridge. How did that feel?
Good fortune for her. When Soma took hold, the silver started flowing and the people started dancing. She knows trade. I do wish I'd been bold enough to put myself forward, to take on the burden and honor of running a city. But that's beside the point. Soma is my Jarl's corner, and I'm her sworn man. No act of any god will change that.
As a master shipbuilder, what does your work require?
Patience and love. I know each of our vessels as a parent knows their child. But building ships needs silver too. The hard wood, the tough fabrics, the expensive paints. The yellow I use, for instance, that must be imported. A high price for a happy color. I'm certain that's why someone stole my paint some weeks ago. Blasted thief.
Good conversation, Lif. Now let's take down Wigmund's man.
Too right, too right. Wigmund's whelp awaits his reward. My warriors will distract the Saxon forces at the gate. You and I will find the priest.
Best raise my hood here.
Let battle sweat flow!
This is how I like it. None of this sculling around nonsense.
Wigmund's priest in the church.
Blindside the idiot!
Dodge down!
I know good craftsmanship when I see it.
Guards, help! Help! Wigmund should have killed you all off the first time.
Will not poison the Shire anymore.
God loves me!
Going to smash you!
Well struck. We made short work of Wigmund's man.
That we did. You've proven yourself an asset to us. I'll see you back in Grantebridge.
You'll get nothing out of me. Nothing!
Insects like you would not be... Eivor, the plan worked. One of Wigmund's captains caught him sniffing around Euroli Ponte. Remember, you don't need to kill him. Have fun. I'll be planning our next move in the Longhouse.
Little boy, where is your daddy hiding?
Godless heathens. Grantebridge is a province of Lord Wigmund of Walden. The city is rightfully his.
Poor soldier. Doesn't know what heathens do to men of God like him. Hasn't heard the stories, it seems.
We can educate him. Look at those ham hands. Could make a nice pair of gloves.
And his heart. A heart that beats in a lad like this? Feed a family of 6 for a week.
Let's cut his throat now and water the orchards with his blood.
Oh, sweet lord, no, no, no. He's on the Isle of Ely, Ealdorman Wigmund, in the monastery, I swear.
Thought that would take till the next morn. Let's tie him up and let him rot away.
Oh, fucking Dane halfwits! The Lord will smite you from this land, all of you! May God have mercy on...
That home-thieving snake might have cast a curse on us. I couldn't risk it.
Christians don't curse.
Wigmund's on the Isle of Ely. I'll tell Soma what we've learned.
I'll take on all comers!
Eivor, what did Wigmund's little man have to tell us?
Wigmund is at the monastery on the Isle of Ely.
Hiding among the church mice. I'll need to plan our attack. But I won't face him while the traitor he commands is still under my roof. So what have you learned?
Birna is in love with you. Unanswered love is a volcanic emotion.
Birna has always been unpredictable. But she's a warrior grown. She does not let her emotions guide her actions.
Birna used to be a smuggler, hardly an honorable life.
There is honor among even the lowliest of men. Danes know that better than most.
Lif wishes he had stepped up to lead, and to be where you are now.
Lif has a celebrated place in my clan. As a shipbuilder, he is without peer, and he knows I know this.
Lif disagrees with how you run Grantebridge.
This city thrives under me, as a bustling port for his longships, for instance.
Lif told me his yellow paint had been stolen.
Yellow is a troublesome color to make. He was upset when his stores were stolen.
I found an empty barrel of yellow paint beside a longboat launch. Yellow paint was used to mark a boat the night of the attack.
An odd time for a fresh coat of paint. But that's his work, is it not?
Galinn puts his visions above everything, to the point of fanaticism.
Visions are like clouds. Each person sees a different meaning in the shape, and Galinn sees an important meaning.
Galinn told me he was near death when you found him and saved his life.
Yes, people thought him cursed. He was adrift in deep water. But don't we all deserve a guide back to the shallows?
A local said they saw someone running from the outskirts of the city to the river, just before the attack.
Did they recognize the person?
No, they couldn't be seen through the fog. But whoever it was, they knew something bad was coming. I found a message meant for Saxon forces. It said not to attack any longship painted yellow.
There's no yellow on our longships beyond some small details. If there's a yellow longship in the fens, I want to know.
Your secret tunnel had many footprints nearby, and its mouth was painted with a yellow mark. Whoever betrayed you, they did so by marking the tunnel entrance, then opening the way to let the Saxons in. I need more time to think.
Of course. Feel free to search the Shire for clues, and speak to anyone you wish.
Well, you're not the regular sunbeam I've come to know. Something weighing on you?
I was wondering on a few things. What happened the night of the attack?
The people were at peace. A beautiful night, fog and all. Then came the Saxons all around. And Soma roaring like a great bear. When she called a retreat, we ran for the longboats, aiming to regroup in the swamps. It was an ambush, no more, no less.
I found a letter telling the Saxons not to attack a longship painted yellow.
None of our longships are painted yellow, I don't think.
You were a smuggler. Some would say that's not a trustworthy past.
And water is wet, what a surprise. I'm an opportunist. I see a chance, I take it. It's helped Soma so far. She knows what I am, what I was. but she trusts me. Who would better know the difference between a joke and the truth?
It must ache to serve under someone you love so deeply, one who doesn't love you back.
Some days the pain hits hard. I need to press my hand into my heart to keep it from digging through my chest.
Someone in the city led the Saxons through the Longhouse Tunnel. When the fighting started, where were you?
Drinking with my warriors in the Longhouse. When the Saxons came, I fought. I couldn't have shown anyone the tunnel. Eyes were on me all day and night.
Eivor, this is a surprise.
I was wondering. Did you see anything odd when the attack began?
I did. I saw a wave of Saxons appear in the heart of Grantebridge, as if by magic. Odd as wings on an eel. I fought ragged to the brink of death from one night to the next. You saw the end of it. Wolves almost took me.
I found a letter to the Saxons from Wigmund. It said not to attack any longship painted yellow.
Strange. Only Lif would have the tools to alter the color of our longships. Something to ask him about.
Why were you at death's door when Soma found you?
I left my clan to pursue my vision. I don't remember much. The sacred plans addled my memory, but I was hungry for more visions. You may not understand, but Soma does. She knows the gods have a plan for me, and that following it is worth any risk.
The visions you've had about you and Soma, how do you interpret them?
A piercing question. I believe it means that Soma will lead me to greatness, however difficult. That she is linked to my destiny.
I'm trying to find who betrayed Soma to the Saxons. I could use your help.
I wish I could help. The night of the attack, I was meditating on the shore, far from prying eyes. I was alone that night. And until Saxons appeared, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. I hope that's enough.
Eivor, you look like the wind has flipped your sails. What's going on?
I was wondering. You told me you often disagree with Soma's orders.
I do, but I follow them. It's my duty to this clan, to my Jarl's Kona. A man's honor comes from his acts, not his wishes.
You said your yellow paint was stolen before the attack.
Aye, and yellow is not an easy pigment to mix, let alone acquire. I was furious it was stolen.
I found your yellow paint barrel near the river.
Did you? It was stolen from my workshop not long ago.
I found it on the riverbank. It was empty. How did you feel when Guthrum named Soma the steward of Grantebridge, and not you?
If being honorable were easy, we would have no evil men. It is something I wanted, sure. But I'm a man of honor, above all.
I found this odd letter, telling Saxon forces not to attack any longship painted yellow.
I never painted any longship yellow, beyond a few small touches. It's expensive. I know of no such letter.
How did the night of the attack play out from your view?
I was working in the shipyards. Next thing I knew, the city was burning from the inside. Then Soma led our retreat.
Leave. Someone showed the Saxons the Longhouse Tunnel. Where were you when the attack started? What were you doing?
When the fighting started, I was in my workshop, decorating a sail for our allies in Grimsby. without my yellow paint. By the time Soma gathered me to retreat, the city was under attack from within. I was nowhere near the tunnel. Nowhere.
Get down now! Time to die! Oh, how the blood will flow!
This longship was ambushed by bandits. The survivors ran into the fog, pursued by half the party, while the other bandits looted it. This carving references Galinn in verse. This longship is splashed with yellow paint. A quick job. Why would it be painted a different color than the others?
Thor himself could not.
Did you find enough clues around Grantebridgescire? Are you ready to choose the traitor?
That's all the evidence I think we need.
You've been thorough. Who is the traitor?
Galinn betrayed you.
Are you certain? This will be the hardest thing I have ever done. Stay close by me, Eivor. I will need you.
How do you plan to deal with this?
As a leader must. My family, my inner circle. Today we make sure what has happened to us will never happen again. We end Wigmund's life. But not all together, for you cannot survive the winter with a rat in your larder. Galinn, you have betrayed me, Galinn.
I haven't! Soma, you're the key to my life. You must lead me to my destiny, carry me to the summit of victory.
Do not warp what is real with the stories you tell yourself. I have seen no signs of your destiny. What I have seen is my people slaughtered, my city befouled, and your delusions fueling the destruction. How dare you think your destiny, your greatness, outweighed all of ours? He believed too much in fate, and not enough in us. Take him away. I feel as if I have torn off my own arm.
Wigmund deserves death, but killing him won't make your family whole again.
You think I don't know? This is for those who follow. To join me is to take an oath. To break it is to suffer. We make camp on the outskirts of the Isle of Ely. Join us there.
She carries the weight of leadership on one shoulder and the bonds of her people on the other. Now that she's lost one, she walks lopsided. It will take years of toil to rebuild those bonds with her people. Yet she is unburdened now. Lighter. She is a leader, not a friend, Eivor. Her mistake was thinking she could be both.
Come on, I need a challenger!
That traitor is lost in hell by now.
They will have the lost souls of the dead to answer to.
Soma.
Eivor, you're still with me through all this. Do not think I'll forget.
We all need someone in dark times. Now let's collect Wigmund's head.
Good. At the first sign of trouble, my crew will jump in. Like I was telling you, lightning tingles my blood, Eivor. I hear the voices of my slaughtered people on the air, calling Wigmund's name.
He doesn't leave this monastery alive. He doesn't leave this monastery alive. Wigmund, probably cowering within the monastery.
I'll go.
Oss halt oss så det. Ikke bli delen med det tost.
Come, help me with this.
On a plate, and you dirty churls lost it.
The Lord will see us prevail.
You can't kill me, Soma.
God is with me. Not that much longer.
Take your last breath.
Stop the heathen! Raider! Vikinger! Stop him! He means to erase me, to banish me from your minds. Fight in my name. Die for me. Die for me.
That is no way to call for sacrifices. Their lives for yours. Is that how it works?
Their lives meant nothing. No land, no riches, no titles. But my name will live on.
The reputation of a good man never dies. But your name will soon be a curse.
So be it. The riches I had in life gave me power. To curse me from beyond the grave gives me still more. Though I die, my order lives on elsewhere, everywhere. Yield to us. Give us what we are owed. The trade, the riches, the legacy, all of it. Yield! Yield! Yield!
If your hell is real, I'm glad you'll get to see it.
We should return to camp before I let go and burn it. Houses can be built anew. Crops will...
But you have a new friend and ally in me and my clan, Soma. The end of the storm is well in sight.
You're right. I know you're right. It's just... it's difficult to see that end when you're still in the storm's eye.
Rich pickings. Better bring the crew.
Eivor, you've been a guiding light. Calling out Galinn like that, exposing his treachery, made me sick with a quiet terror.
A betrayal like that is already a kind of death. Galinn killed himself.
Of course. And now I feel somewhat lifted. The weight is almost gone, even if my heart needs mending. Ah, while I have you, Eivor, I'm reminded. I have this for you. Keep it, knowing you have my highest respect, regard, and trust. My army is yours, should you need it.
Soma Jarlskona, my deepest thanks.
And there's something else. As we prepared our assault, Birna had a word with me. We came to a sort of understanding. It may be best if she tells you herself. Until next time, Eivor of the Raven clan. I hope we will see you in Grantebridge soon.
Eivor!
Birna, you struck quite a victory today.
Don't undercut your own ferocity, Drengir. It was your blade leading the charge. You are indeed something to behold.
We all fought hard. And now Grantebridge is yours. You have your home once again.
Soon merchants and priests and reeves will run loose in its streets. All of its muddy charms will dwindle. Besides, with no room for me in Soma's heart, my home burned away in a quiet little house fire. Her priority is Grantebridge and the people in it. That is noble, and beyond what I will ever understand. So I've decided I'm of better use elsewhere. With you. In your crew.
You want to live with the Raven clan?
And sail and raid with you. if you'll have me. Look at this. Who wouldn't?
I'll be happy to have you, Drenga.
A relief to these ears. I've already packed my bags.
Where did the others go? Eivor, you should hear this. This Backrot and his friends had the foolish balls to raid Ravensthorpe.
Are the others dead?
A few. Most of them escaped. They did not damage much, but made off with some of our gear. Should I get Randvi?
No. She has enough on her table. I will handle this. So, you thought you would play at Vikinga, little man? Are you prepared to go all the way?
You won't get anything out of me, Danish scum. I'll never talk.
I'm Norse. And what makes you think I want to hear you talk? Maybe I will take my payment in flesh. Chop off his leg. It does not have to be a clean cut. No need to sharpen your blade.
No, please! Don't cut off my leg! It was Sir Edward who wanted your stuff. He paid us to do it!
Sir Edward?
Yes, the Earl of Westerna! Or that's what he calls himself. Said he hates Vikings, your lot especially.
Where can I find this Sir Edward, Earl of Westerna?
I don't know, I'm new! We were supposed to steal the gear, then meet at the longship west of Ravensburg. That's all I know!
You can take him to Randvi now. Maybe we can trade him for a pig. I'm off to check out this longship. Our prisoner did not lie about this location. Fear breeds truth. This was a slaughter, not a battle. Their wounds are very precise and familiar. This outfit is still in good shape. I'll reclaim it for our clan. The Saxons must have stolen this longship. They added our clan banner, but do not know how to mount shields. Looks like they were planning to launch a raid, dressed as the Raven clan, and blame us for it.
You there! What happened here? Who killed the sentries?
Not me.
Is that a joke? You won't be laughing when I drag you before Earl Edward to answer for your incompetence.
I would very much like to meet your Earl Edward.
Captain, I think that's a real Viking.
Drop your weapons, Dane, and submit to me!
I'm Norse, and you will die for soiling the honor of the Raven clan.
Your true Raven clan. My name is Roshan, and we share a common enemy.
Sir Edward.
The Earl of Westerna is a puppet, manipulated by one called Alcila, a fitting title given her duplicitous nature. She belongs to an order who employ disruption and strive to further their ends. Your clan is a tool in her schemes.
I've met such weavers of intrigue before, and those who oppose them.
I would consider the enemy of my enemy a friend. Let me guide you to where you can take your revenge on the Earl.
Lead the way. If this Alcila seeks to wield my clan's honor as a weapon, she shall find it cuts both ways.
Satisfy yourself with the Earl, and leave Alcila to me.
Perhaps this task is best left to one who is younger. To one more familiar with these lands.
I was killing her kind before you were off your mother's teat. The Earl's death will draw her out. Leave the rest to me. That blade you wear upon your arm, where did you get it?
It was a gift. From my brother.
Truly? Is he
a great warrior and traveler who discovered many things. And yours?
Reclaimed after a long absence. The years without it were the hardest I've known.
Your endurance is impressive for one of your years. And I meant no disrespect when I offered to kill the one you...
My blade has grown neither rusty nor dull. What I lack in brutish strength, I make up in quiet subtlety.
I too can be silent when I choose.
Ha! You may be exceptional among your kind, child. But I am a lifetime ahead of you in that.
What do you know of Earl Edward? Why does he hate the Raven clan so?
He blames you for the loss of his title and property. The very land where Ravensthorpe now stands.
It was there for the taking, abandoned and uncared for. His quarrel is with those who came before us.
It matters not to him. He hates all Vikings and will work with whomever will help discredit you and drive you from England. We'll have a better view from atop this tower. That is where Alcila and the Earl make camp.
At Ravensburg, no less. They will choke on their arrogance.
Alcila's gold has built up the fort's defenses. It will be no easy thing to penetrate.
A challenge for some, perhaps. Less so for me. Do you know what lies within its walls?
If I describe what I've learned, could you picture it with your mind's eye?
I can do better. Soon in!
Listen carefully. The Saxons within the outer wall are less disciplined, relying on their Viking attire to deflect curiosity.
They will not notice one more Viking among them. I could use the outfit I took off the dead Saxon at the Longship.
Very good. Also, some Saxons are engaged in tasks which could help you blend in.
What of the Earl? Where is he?
Within the heart of the encampment. He plays at holding court. But in truth, Alcila keeps him leashed like a hungry dog. The Earl's death must be loud and unmistakable. A clamor Alcila cannot ignore.
So, a silent approach with a noisome finish. This is your counsel.
Is your mind capable of balancing two conflicting ideas while orchestrating this necessary distraction?
I could kill the Earl 100 different ways while composing a great song for the occasion. Do you have a preference?
In the open. Beneath that tree, approach silently, then kill him in full view of his men. That will draw the spider out.
I will create a commotion the guards could not ignore.
Good. Will you now don the outfit you took from the Saxon impostor, to better blend with the rest?
I need to be patient or risk rousing suspicion.
Brita's singing. Did you hear the Earl? We're gonna be rich as kings.
I'll buy that promise when there's coin in my hand.
was the Earl so obsessed with the Raven clan?
They took his land or something, I don't know. Who cares so long as we're paid?
Have you seen that foreign bird, Alcila? Oh, I wouldn't want to slice of that.
The way I hear it, she'd cut you 10 ways to next week. Anyway, she rarely leaves that kind.
This area is heavily guarded. I need to take more care.
With the riches we earn from these Viking raids, I will reclaim my lands, and we shall all live like kings. We must take care not to show our hands. When my plan reaches fruition, all gold and silver belong to us. Any writings you find are reserved for Alcila. Do we want the Danes taking our women and plowing our land? Yeah, we'll show those fucking Danes! No. How many more boatloads of Danes must spoil our shores before we wake up? You tell them, Earl! We do this not just for ourselves, but for our children and the children of those children. Edward! Edward! I will reclaim my lands and...
There is the Earl. To meet Roshan's challenge, I should strike from behind.
Plan reaches fruition. All gold and silver belong to us. Any writings you find are reserved for Alcila. Do we want the Danes taking our women and plowing our land? So those fucking Danes! How many more boatloads of Danes must soil our shores before we wake up? If this venture is to succeed, and it will succeed, people must truly believe we are Vikings. We must adopt the mindset of these murderous, thieving barbarians. We must raid them as they have raided our lands. It's not enough to simply look like Vikings. We must get inside their heads.
You want to be Vikings? Are you ready to die like a Viking? I am.
The Earl is dead! The Vikings are attacking!
Alhamdulillah! I have been held hostage by that animal! Come closer, that I may look upon the face of my liberator.
It is done.
Freya's might, to be that deadly after so many winters. That was a glorious sight, wise one. It was as though Hell, Queen of the Underworld, descended from that tree.
I think I felt her in my bones, and not in any comforting way.
Are you,
I am fine, though I will pay for that glory later.
So, now that your destiny is achieved, will you seek a more peaceful path?
Alcila was merely an obstacle on a long road. This is the real prize of the day. I'd retrieved it after I put that witch to rest.
What is it?
The future. A seed to plant in Jerusalem.
So the fates are not finished with you?
Does it ever end? And you? Are you satisfied to have achieved your vengeance?
My greatest satisfaction is knowing that the honor of the Raven clan is unblemished, and that my people are safe.
As it shall ever be, so long as you are the champion. Goodbye, Eivor Wolf-Kissed of the Raven clan.
I wonder if I shall ever learn more of her story.
Good to see you.
May I man the alliance table for Eivor next time? Get a bit of practice in.
Absolutely not.
Understood.
Jailbird. Getting used to us yet?
Yes, indeed. Your people have been so hospitable, and Randvi has taught me so much about your tactics. Your approach to war.
But not so much that you might use it against us.
No, heaven forfend. In spite of your invasive introduction to England, you have treated me and my father with kindness. I want this alliance to last, to mean something. I mean that.
In truth, I think he does.
Good. I'm glad you're fitting in, Jailbird. We are allied with the Danes of Grantebridgescire. Their Jarlskona, Soma, has pledged an oath.
Well done, Eivor. These early victories will pay off well.
They will. In more than one way. One of Soma's finest fighters, Birna, has pledged her blade to us. She's a powerful fighter and a charming spirit. I think she'll fit in nicely.
Glad to have her. Good work. At one time, the title Jarl referred to a man second only to the king. But that use has softened. Now a Jarl may be a chief, a leader, or a man with broad wealth and influence.
The world is bigger now, and broken into many pieces. It seems our language must do the same to keep up.
An interesting thought.
Jailbird, your father sent you here to learn, not teach.
Then you must start, Eivor. Give us a summary of our recent gains, for instance. The clan is thirsty for knowledge.
You want me to give a speech? Right. My friends, hearken to me, and hear a tale of triumph and toil. I have traveled far since we landed, and seen much on the roads and fields of this new England. And for all my travels, strong alliances have we gained. The Honorable Ceolwulf, King of Mercia, now calls us friend. And to the south, Soma Jarlskona and the Danes of Grantebridge have pledged their oath to us. By Sigurd's hand and my own, we have strengthened the ties of...
You seat yourself as Sigurd's equal in these tales of yours. Would Sigurd do the same if he were here?
Sigurd knows what I have achieved, and he would celebrate it more roundly than I have. But this takes nothing from you, all of you. For I sit among some of the staunchest wills and strongest fighters I have ever known. And so I raise my horn, first to Sigurd, may he return to us soon. And to the Raven clan, the best of friends and fighters.
To Sigurd!
To Sigurd! May he return and relieve us of you!
And may all of you enjoy the ale as much as Dag has. Skull!
Skull! You think me drunk, Eivor? Would it soften my blows if I was?
Your words are blunt enough, but it would explain your boldness.
My eyes are clear and open, and I see before me one eager to claim a piece of Sigurd's glory.
There's enough glory in the world to go around for all who earn it, and I have no doubt how much I am owed.
Just as I thought. You're...
Attackers from the river! They look to be Danes!
Danes? How many?
Too many. Now come, the battle roars already.
Bloody curse! What quarrel have Danes with us?
Those who can fight, take up your weapons. All others stay here. With me!
Enough playing!
There is nothing for you here but... Does this stir your thirst for battle, Randvi?
It does!
sent you to die here! We are bidden by kill any who stand in your way! I'll split you! I'll have your guts out! The clan is as weak as they can! We will pick its bones! You've seen nothing of our strength! They hide! You will meet only death there!
Is that the last of them?
The rivers are clear. If more were coming, they thought better of it.
By their colors and markings, I believe they come from Geatland. But with none left alive to spill their secrets, we may never know why.
Here is one! This vermin was crawling to the river, hoping to float away.
Have mercy, friend. And you may find an ally with us.
Mercy is earned by the quickness of your tongue. Where do you come from, and what is your quarrel with us?
We are settled in East Anglia. Newly arrived and hungry for silver.
You drifted off course. This is Mercia.
As we were ordered.
By whom?
You bore me.
Useless hound! Scratching your ass in search of silver! Put an end to this one!
Your silence earned you no kindness, Geet. So I'll ask you once more. Who sent you?
The wind sent us. And the rivers will take us home.
He begs for death, Eivor! Give it to him!
Or send him home with a warning. Let him tell his people what death awaits them, should they sail this way again.
May there be one who mourns you at home, for we will not.
Eivor, I could have sent my scouts to follow him home. We might have learned something.
The price of such disrespect is death, Randvi.
Just as Sigurd would have done.
I cannot devise a strategy if my advice is ignored.
To let that man live would announce to the world that we are soft and cowardly. Now these wayward Danes know to fear us.
Forgive my haste, Randvi, but Dag is right.
For once you see clearly. I beg the gods that it continues.
We should clean this mess and move the bodies from the camp.
Agreed. Then we talk of our next steps, together. A new letter. Perhaps I can reclaim my dream of Svartalfheim. They bring a feast and build their own guest house. These are very generous guests.